Yes! What's going on, guys? John here with the Full-Time Devils match review as Manchester United just knocked out PSG in the Champions League as Manchester United advanced to the round of 16. What a result from Manchester United. I mean, how much better can this get? Honestly, guys, I need to calm myself down because the cops literally just left my house. They were knocking on my doorstep because they heard they got a call of a disturbance from me screaming so loud, and I apologize to the cops for wasting their time, but I just could not contain my emotions at the manner and the way in which we got that result. The classic Manchester United never say die attitude. That's how we do it, and that's how we advance. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I cannot put into words how this man has turned this club around with Mike Phelan, with McKenna, with Carrick, with Emilio. The coaching squad has really turned this club around. The positivity, the energy, the feel-good vibe is back. I don't care about the results. The feel-good vibe, that's the most important thing, and it's back. And it's officially back. I can finally say it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you deserve it, because what a way for us to turn this around. And Gary Neville said it perfectly in his interview. He said, look, you know, the previous results were going okay, you know, but for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to come out into this kind of press conference and say all these things about positivity, he was skeptical. And to be rightly so many people must have been skeptical. This was an uphill battle in the uphill of uphills for Manchester United to get this kind of result. 2-0 away in the first leg. Pogba suspended. No Lingard, no Martial, no Sanchez, no Herrera. So many players missing. And for Manchester United to come to the Parc des Princes and to play in this kind of manner and to get this kind of result, the classic Manchester United way, you couldn't have asked for any better.
The thing about being a United fan is we've seen so much. It's really hard to say, oh, that's one of the greatest nights of my football supporting life, because 2 Champions Leagues, all those league titles in the 90s, the extraordinary rise of the 2008 era team when, you know, Ferguson proved himself beyond any doubt. I can honestly say with my hand on my heart, the last couple of months have been some of the most enjoyable ever in my lifetime to watch Man United. The transformation in this team is such vindication for the idea that if you believe in people, you get the best out of them. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done one of the most extraordinary jobs in the history of football. And tonight, United massively rode their luck. I mean, we were lucky that Kylian Mbappe wasn't on it. We were lucky that VAR went the way it did. Personally, I kind of think it was a penalty, but I would think that, wouldn't I? But for Romelu Lukaku, who's been hammered left, right and centre, and often rightly so in terms of performance, to have scored 6 goals in the last 3 games, to score 2 goals on a stage like this when people say he can't do it on the big stage, absolutely incredible. For a midfield of Scott McTominay, Andreas Pereira and Fred to have just helped to engineer one of United's greatest ever comebacks, one of our best ever results in the Champions League. And for Marcus Rashford to do what he did against Gianluigi Buffon at the end of that game. I was watching Jesse Lingard's Instagram story where he was watching Rashford take the penalty. And as Rashford's running up, Lingard says, "Beans, I love you, whatever." And I have to say, although of course I'm not mates with Marcus Rashford like Jesse Lingard is, I was standing in my living room watching the TV, thinking to myself, Marcus Rashford, I love you, whatever. But man, he'd been terrible all game as well, incidentally. And then he went and did that. Ole's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? And shout out Greenwood and Chong as well. You liked it?
Can't believe it. Gobsmacked. Got off to a good start with Lukaku, and then they came straight back into it, gave us nightmares on our right hand side. Kind of felt a bit for Bailey because obviously it's a foreign position to him. It's not something that he's used to. But yeah, Ole made the switch. And I think that's been one of the highlights of his time here. Those good tactical changes that he's done it against Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, just being good, tactically aware. And he did it today. Dalot came in. I've got a lot of time for Dalot. Made a little bit of a difference coming down that side as well. Stopped it, pushed them further back. Yeah, bit of praise for Lukaku as well. He's coming for a lot of stick this season, and he's done pretty well in the last few games, considering all the players we've got out. To gamble on that second one simply because Buffon's in goal, you wouldn't expect him to make a mistake like that, and he gambled and he put it in. And then Rashford, flipping, or what's there to say about him? I think didn't have the best of games. There was a massive break between the penalty being, doing the VAR, penalty being awarded, and him actually taking the penalty. Took it on his stride, absolutely walloped it, put it in. I honestly didn't think we were going to do it. I think with all the players out, no Pogba as well, I think it felt like, boy, we've got a mountain to climb here. And we've done it. I can't believe it. I don't care who we get next. Bring on everybody, simply because I've got the faith now that we can hang with everybody. And also, what's there to lose? Do you know what I mean? People expected us to go against PSG, and now we're still here. So, yeah, Ole's at the wheel.